Hello everyone, my name is Bryson Link. I'm the lead guitar player and the frontman of a hard rock band called Axecident. And I've been running an Instagram channel and a TikTok talking about music, but I'd like to go to YouTube, talk more in depth about albums I like, albums I collect, my room and all that stuff. And I figured that'd be a lot of fun for you all to watch and me to make, give me something to do, you know. And I wanted to make this a segment on the channel, a monthly, end of the month kind of thing, to show you what all I got, instead of just having to do like once a week being like, this is what I got. So those would be really short videos. I feel like this could be a pretty lengthy one, good series to get into. So it's gonna be my first video, so I hope you like it. So I'm gonna start with cassettes. Mostly I don't really collect cassettes. I get them here and then if I see something cool at a good price, but I work at a record store and this guy brought in a whole bunch of them, so I grabbed a couple for myself. The record store I work at is Back to the Media in Winchester, Virginia. If you're local to that, you should definitely check us out. But yeah, let's go ahead and get these cassettes. So we got Metallica, the 598 EP, Garage Days Revisited. Great album, or great EP I should say. Crash Course and Brain Surgery, Last Caress, Green Hell. Great covers on here. We got Motley Crue's Shout at the Devil. Favorite Crew album right here. All-time classic, Shout at the Devil, you know. Looks Like Kill, my favorite track. I really like Helter Skelter. My favorite track might be Danger or Shout at the Devil, title track. Then we got Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. Awesome, awesome cassette. I love seeing 80s metal cassettes like these in person. Always cool, you know. We got Number of the Beast, Invaders, 22 Acacia Avenue, Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills. Great album, probably my second favorite Maiden album after their first album, their debut album. So let's go ahead and get into some CDs. This month was my birthday, so I did get a lot of gifts. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show the ones that I purchased, and then we'll show the ones I got as some gifts, okay? So we got the Beatles, Let It Be. Got this at a local record store called Earfood, which a lot of these purchases are either from where I work or from Earfood or online. But yeah, this is kind of a rough copy. Disc is in great condition, actually. Looks wonderful. Just starting to get into the Beatles, finally, you know. So I feel like this is a good gateway album. Love it, I listened to it a couple times. Up next, we got some 80s sleaze metal. We got Bullet Boys. Absolutely love this album. Listened to it who knows how many times. Which, you know, apparently they're not a fan favorite. I've met some people that say they don't like them that much. But there they are. Bullet Boys. You know, if you've never heard of them, they're a really good 80s sleaze metal, hard rock, you know. Smooth Up In Ya, Hard as a Rock, Ode to Joe. Probably my favorite track, Shoot the Preacher Down. With Love of Money, Hell on My Heels, F number 9, another one of my favorites. Love this album. Okay, and then we got another 80s metal album. We got Alice Cooper's Constrictor. Love this album. There's Alice getting hung with the snake on the back. You know, we got classics like Teenage Frankenstein, Open It, Throw My Gorilla, stupid song, but I love it. One of my favorite tracks on the album, Simple Disobedience. And then, you know, He's Back, The Man Behind the Mask, a million other great tracks on this album. I love it. Got the inside, it's on MCA Records. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into, the CDs I got as gifts. First up, we got Scorpions, Rock Believer, their most recent album. Definitely want to do a review of this because this album's still kind of, you know, fresh in people's mind, and I've listened to it enough to where I have an opinion on it, and I love this album, so you already know it. But yeah, great album cover, I absolutely love it. One of my favorite Scorpions covers, album covers, I mean. And then we got the gatefold. Scorpions, Rock Believer. There's the back with the tracks. We got Gas in the Tank, one of my favorite songs, Knock 'Em Dead, Rock Believer. We got Hot and Cold, I love that one. My favorite track might be When I Lay My Bones to Rest. Peacemaker is also really, really cool. You got a cool ballad, When You Know Where You Come From. And then we got the little booklet in here, liner notes, you know, got your lyrics, there's clause, you know. This album does feature, if I can flip to it, we got Mickey D from Motorhead on this album. I think the drums sound great, and I think that's mostly attested to Mickey D as a player. Alright, awesome album. We got Trickster, their self-titled, their debut album. This is a really cool album cover. I only know One in a Million and Give It To Me Good. I just got this, my buddy got it for me. I got to see Steve Brown. I was on his side of the stage. They opened for Ace Frehley, his new band Tokyo Motor Fist, with singer from Danger Danger. I'm blanking his name. But yeah, one of the coolest album covers of the 80s. Is this 80s? Yeah, 1990, my bad. But you know, 80s metal, you know. Yeah, and Don't know if I showed you the inside, but there we go. Really cool disc. Got the carried on graphics from the cover onto the disc. Great condition CD too. I got this one at my my place called Earfood. This is actually a club release too, which is pretty interesting. This one is quite the disappointment. I love the album, but there's something really wrong with it. Misfits, Famous Monsters. Love this album. One of my favorite album covers of all time. Not just Misfits, but just in general. Track listing on the back right there. But yeah, this is an expensive CD. My buddy paid $30 for this because that's what it's going for on Discogs. So the person who had it knew what they had, obviously. But this disc, the person who had it before me tried to resurface it, and they did a very terrible job. And even the resurfacer at my record store job cannot even fix it, which just sucks. So I'm just kind of stuck with this. Maybe one day, one of you in the comments has just the disc, I'd love to take that off your hands. Alright, so let's get into vinyls. This is going to be the bulk of all my videos on this channel. This is mostly what I collect. Cassettes are just kind of here and there. CDs more often than cassettes, but vinyls are really where I try to collect. Didn't mean to match my shirt, but we got Dynasty, Kiss. Love this album. You know, what hasn't been said about this album, except besides good things. A lot of bad things get said about this album, but you know. Got Paul, Gene, Peter, Ace. There we go. Track listings not in order, but you know, Charisma, Dirty Livin', I Was Made for Loving You, Hard Times. Probably my favorite song. Should know something off this album. This is actually an unofficial printing of this album. I'm not sure what label it was, but it's a 40th edition colored vinyl. Go ahead and show you what the disc looks like. Got the classic Dynasty insert. No poster came with this, sadly. Where they're on the straight jackets, but look at that. Transparent green. It's a very, very nice green. Very reminiscent of Peter's makeup. Yeah, Dynasty. I do have two original prints, but both of them have things wrong with them, like they skip one song or the other, so I felt a newer pressing would be good for my collection to have. Speaking of newer pressings, we got Aerosmith, Road Starts Here. So there was a release similar to this called Train Kept Rolling, try not to get them mixed up. But yeah, Aerosmith 1971. This is the first known recording of Aerosmith ever. Pretty cool. I love that Aerosmith and Kiss are doing these like cardboard kind of looking covers where it's just like very obscure kind of thing. Dream Until Your Dreams Come True from Aerosmith's Vindaloo Vaults from their first known recordings, all previously unreleased. Awesome. So we got Intro, Somebody, Reefer Head Woman, Walking the Dog, Moving Out, Major Barber, which from what I could see, this is the only thing that's released on, at least on streaming platforms. I love that song. I think it's an original. It's not labeled as a cover on this. We got an early version of Dream On where it goes into You See Me Crying, which wouldn't come out for another 5 years on Toys in the Attic, which I think is a really cool transition. I don't know if they've ever done that live, but I definitely think they should. And then we got a very early version of Mama Kin with no distortion on the guitars whatsoever, so it's kind of interesting to listen to. It's a really cool pickup. I'm glad I got it. It's not too expensive, not a full-length album, but yeah. Aerosmith, Road Starts Here. Slurring my words a little bit, sorry. We got Kiss, Creatures of the Night. Now this one was also kind of a disappointment, but not really, because I have an unofficial release on a purple disc, but it has Vinny instead of Ace. This is an original print, but the disc is severely warped. Can't really play it, but I got this for $1 where I work. How cool is that? Mostly just bought it for the cover, cosmetic reasons. I think I might mount it or something on the wall. But a good one to have, favorite band, so trying to get, you know, every album I can get. So April 23rd, a couple of days ago, was a record store day. And working at a record store, I kind of got to see all the stuff when it came in. This was the only release I got. I was looking at the Judas Priest release and the LA Guns release. I also was looking at the Kitty one. I wish I got that. I did not, and we sold out. We got Alice Cooper's Brutal Planet. How freaking cool. Here's Alice in the back looking awesome. Love this album. You know, title track, Brutal Planet, Blow Me a Kiss, Pick Up the Bones, Eat Some More. Probably my second favorite track. I love Take It Like a Woman. Great ballads. Kind of like a part 2 to Only Women Bleed from Welcome to My Nightmare. And this is on an exclusive Brutal Bronze is what they're labeling it as. But I've seen some people have Brutal Brown. It's just a solid color, which is interesting. So I guess there's a variant. But yeah, look at that. How freaking cool. Yeah, and this is a 2-disc, 2 LP vinyl. Because they put them on 33 RPM, I believe. If I can get the album to go back into the sleeve. I'll figure it out later, yeah. But we also got a hype sticker from Ralph Vieira from YouTube, Almost Human. congrats, buddy, on that. I commented on his YouTube channel the second I saw it. I was like, dude, that's awesome. Congrats. And then these next two were kind of grail gifts for me. They're both birthday presents, so I didn't get them. Like, I didn't pay for them, but this one was really cool. It's from my boss, who I've only known for a couple weeks, and he gave me such an awesome album for my birthday. Got Alice Cooper, Love It to Death, with the uncensored thumb. How freaking cool is that? Do have an original print. I should have grabbed it with the brush over where there's no thumb. But yeah, Alice Cooper, Love It to Death. There's them. This is one of my favorite pictures of all time. I love this picture of the band. Now you got I'm 18, Hallowed Be Thy Name, Caught in a Dream, Long Way to Go, love that song, Is It My Body, Ballad of Dwight Fry, awesome album. A lot of these albums I want to get down to reviewing, because I just have so many things to say about all these. I can't just say them in 30 seconds like I'm trying to. This is the last album I'm going to show you, but wow, this is one of the coolest things ever. So this buddy of mine named Blair, he's in a band called Scarecrow's Curse around here local. You should definitely check him out. He came in there on record store day. He was waiting in line for a good while, and he came in, spent a good amount of money. He got some Primus albums, some Kiss albums, you know, pretty cool guy. And then he saw this album on the counter. I was like, yeah, I want this. I was telling him, like, oh yeah, I've been looking at that all day. I want it. He's like, I'll take it. And you know, he gets his bag. He's like, takes this one out of the bag and he hands it to me. I'm like, I could not believe it. It was so freaking cool. Original print, 1990, I'm sorry. Cherry Pie Warrant. Oh, how freaking cool. It's a pricey album too. I could not believe he did that. Absolutely love this album. Got to see Warrant twice. I actually do have a signed CD of this with Robert Mason. I should have grabbed it, but again, I'm new to this YouTube thing, so maybe next time I'll be more prepared. But yeah, original 1990 press of Cherry Pie by Warrant. Beautiful copy too. There's almost no blemishes on this whatsoever. Whoever had this took very good care of it, and I'm glad it's in my collection now. Again, Blair, thank you very much. You rock. But yeah, that should be the end of my first ever YouTube video. Hope you all enjoyed it a lot, and make sure to check me out. Rock and roll one time. Have a good one, guys.